Yo, what's up guys? SavageBoy23 back with another video. Today I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my NBA prediction and my NBA recap. If you guys can, please like, subscribe, comment down below, and please watch more of my videos. Please and thank you. Alright, so I'm going to try to make this as fast as I can, as quick as I can, and yeah. So if you guys can on TikTok, go ahead and follow me. If you guys are on YouTube, go ahead and follow me. Yeah, I just want to get into a few things here and there, and then we can go ahead and just move on to the video. So there's a lot of news that I need to get into. The breaking news of Joel Embiid yesterday. Thank you to everybody that did watch it. But I have one thing to say to somebody, regardless if I'm saying it to the right person or just in general, anybody else. That video wasn't just for you. That video was for everybody else to hear on the internet. So, I don't know who did it. To be honest with you, whoever comments down below and they say, "Oh, you can stop talking about him," blah blah blah. We all heard about him. He's shut down for the season. Yes, I know he's shut down for the reason. I know he's shut down for the season. But is it still hard to, is it really that bad to talk about him even when he's not playing? All I want to say to you is, I guess, thank you for commenting, and I responded back to you. But at the end of the day, just because you don't like hearing Joel Embiid's name doesn't mean that you have to hear it. Everybody else has to hear it. And it's not just for you, it's for everybody that is a fan of the NBA. So I just want to point that out. But thank you again for commenting down below. I'm not disappointed. I'm not selfish or anything. I don't care at the end of the day. I just want to point that out. I responded to you, and I'm confronting you right now on a video. But at the end of the day, no hard feelings. But I appreciate you for commenting down below. And if you don't like hearing Joel Embiid's name, then too bad. I'm sorry. This channel is strictly the NBA, Sixer, games, and players. That is literally what it is. And it's not just the Sixers, it's everybody in the NBA. And if there's not a player that you don't like, then so bad, you got to hear the name regardless. So yeah, I just want to point that out to everybody that does come watch this channel, because a lot of people have been telling me in the past, like, you talk about this certain player, you don't talk about this team. I talk about every other player in each team. Okay? So that is strictly what I do on these channels. And this prediction, NBA. But yeah, no hard feelings. You're good on my side. I don't know if I'm good on your side, but at the end of the day, you're chilling, bro. So Joel Embiid, guess what? You gave everybody an injury prone, bro. Tyrese Maxey's out for the season. To be honest, they should have shut him down as soon as Joel Embiid went down. That's what they should have done. Tyrese Maxey said they said Tyrese Maxey will be back in 2 weeks. 2 weeks? The season's over in 2 weeks. Might as well just shut him down. He has a broken thumb. To be honest with you, I feel so bad for Sixers. I really do. I feel so bad for this whole fan base. And again, I'm a part of the fan base. I feel so bad for our fan base because there's never enjoyment for this team. Every time there's a good enjoyment, something has to crash down. But yeah, hopefully Joel Embiid gets back healthy. Hopefully we can see him next season. So yeah, sooner or later, hopefully he makes his return back to a Philadelphia Sixer with the jersey on, with no injuries. Yeah, enough talking about that though. I want to talk about the games from yesterday. The games yesterday were amazing on ESPN. The 3 games that we had, the Thunder. Oh my gosh. The Cleveland Cavaliers. Let me point this out to everybody. The Cleveland Cavaliers had they were down by 15 points in the first half. They came back and won this game. You know why? Because if they won this game, they would have locked down the Eastern Conference first seed. So the Cleveland Cavaliers needed this game. And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy to me? How do you lose a game when you're down by 15 and then you win barely? You know, these players with these teams, if you have that kind of scoreboard, you know it's going to be interesting in the second half. But yeah, great game by Spider Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers with Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, and Grayson Allen. Grayson Allen. So yeah, other than that, great game from the Cleveland Cavaliers. Congratulations for succeeding the Eastern Conference first seed. Lock. You locked it down. Let's see how you do in the playoffs, though. That's what I'm really concerned about. But yeah, next game I want to talk about, that Thunder game. That Thunder game was like a roller coaster, up and down. The Oklahoma City Thunder took the lead. They stretched it out. Then they were getting close to getting tied. Then they pulled it back. Around in that second half, the scoreboard was looking bad. In the first half, they were up by 16-15. I just want to point this out to a lot of teams. You ready for this Thunders? You ready for these Thunder Nation? Because I know for a fact I'm ready for this Thunder Nation to go into this season, to the playoffs, see what they do, see how they perform. I'm excited to see what Shea Williamson, Chet Holmgren, all of the Thunder players, see what they do. I can't wait for playoffs in 2 weeks. So yeah, all I can say is it's gonna be a crazy ride in the playoffs, and especially in the Western Conference. It's tight, very tight. Oh my gosh, the Eastern Conference is tight, but not as tight as the Western Conference. So yeah, I just want to point that out. Anyways, let's move on to the games. I'll tell you who's in, who's out. So yeah. All right, you got Giannis and the Bucks first. No Joel Embiid, no Paul George, no Tyrese Maxey in the Sixers squad. Will this be a great game? You know, to be honest with you, this will be a fun game if those starters were in. Fortunately, it is not. They're all out. Jaren McCain is out indefinitely until next season. Paul George is out until next season. Tyrese Maxey's out until next season. And Joel Embiid is out for next season. All right. Now, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Probable, questionable, but most likely he's in. The Bucks need this win. Now, I know people are going to say to me crazy, like, they don't need the win, but it'll be great for them to have. No. It will not be great. They need this win. They need it. Because they've been losing recent games in a way that they should have not been losing. But yeah, everybody's in except for Dame Adala. Yeah, and Bobby Portis. Bobby Portis should make his debut back to the Bucks, like right when the playoff starts, if I'm correct. Because it's way past 25 games for him because of what he did. So yeah, no Bobby Portis, no Dame Adala. So we'll see how Giannis does. We'll see how Kyle Kuzma does. But no, other than that, go ahead and give me Giannis and the Bucks to win this one. I just think they'll go in here and hopefully put this game out in the first half. But I have very expectations for that. So yeah, other than that, go ahead and give me Giannis and the Bucks. All right, you got this game here. Yeah, Paolo Banchero, Orlando Magic versus Jordan Poole and the Wizards. Everybody's into this game. Everybody's playing. Everybody's probable. But this will not be a fun game. This will not be a competitive game. Go ahead and give me Paolo Banchero and the Orlando Magic. I don't have faith in Jordan Poole and the Wizards to win this one. They're just winding down to just wait until the season's over for them. so they can get a better draft pick. So, yeah. You got this game here. You got Anthony Simons, Portland Trailblazers versus RJ Barrett in the Toronto Raptors. Everybody's into this game except for DeAndre Ayton, if I'm correct. So go ahead and give me RJ Barrett in the Toronto Raptors to win this game. So, yeah, other than that, go ahead and give me RJ Barrett in the Toronto Raptors. So, yeah. You got this game here. You got Ant-Man, Timberwolves versus D'Angelo Russell, Brooklyn Nets. To be honest with you, this will not be a fun game. This will not be a competitive game. I'm going with Ant-Man and the Timberwolves to win this one. D'Angelo Russell, Brooklyn Nets, they don't have a chance to win this game. They don't have faith to win this game. The Timberwolves need this game very much. It would help them in the Western Conference seeding. So yeah, this should be good for Ant-Man and Timberwolves. Everybody's into this game. Everybody is playing. So yeah. All right, let's go down to this game here. Before I make my prediction on this one, I want to talk about what's going on with the NBA. 2 players in mind. 2 players. Ja Morant and Buddy Hield has been fined because of what they did on their celebration in their last 2 games. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just going to explain my side of the story about it. I mean, to be honest, there's no story about it. It's just, there's no story. Ja Morant put his hand out, and then Buddy Hield put the exact same way, put his hand out, and then the NBA thought they were doing something that they should not be doing in the celebration. Hey, I just want to point this out to the NBA. You don't need to come. You don't need to tell me. All right, I don't have anything to do. I just want to go and explain my side. It's not hurting nobody. It's not. Ja Morant's having fun. Buddy Hield is having fun. Now, sure, people can tell me they're having fun, but you don't need to do that celebration. You can do any other celebration you want, but you decide to do the 2 hands that you should not be doing. Hey, I just want to point this out. This is Ja Morant's second time doing this. This is Buddy Hield's first time doing this, if I'm correct. Ja Morant has done this before, and I think the last time he did it was against the Pelicans. Ja Morant really, really is a fun player to watch. Very fun player to watch. I do not want him to be kicked out of the NBA because of something that he should not be doing. And do I think it's going to happen? You know, sometimes I read these NBA news and I look at what he does. I'm like, bro, this dude's going to be kicked out the league very soon. Very soon he's going to be doing something stupid. He's going to be kicked out the league. And I feel like Adam Silver is at that point where if he keeps doing something like this, he's going to have to get kicked out. But at the end of the day, I hope he doesn't get kicked out because we all love watching Ja Morant. Ja Morant's a fun player to watch. He's a talented player. And a lot of people keep asking me, you think he's the face of the league? Bro. If you telling me that if you think Ja Morant's the face of the league when all of these old heads leave in the league, you gotta be laughing. Ja Morant, if he can't be not funny on the court, if he can't act mature on the court, what makes you think he's gonna be the face of the league? Let's just put it like that. If Ja Morant with the Memphis Grizzlies, if he's the face of the league and he doesn't act like a kid sometimes on the court, then maybe he can be a face of the league. But a lot of people are saying it could be Ant-Man, it could be Shea, it could be Nikola Jokic, it could be Giannis. Let me point this out. It could be anybody. It doesn't have to be just Ja Morant. It could be anybody else. You know, a lot of people think, or a lot of people be asking me, they're like, who do you think is the face of the league when these old heads leave? To be honest with you, it's got to be Ant-Man. Ant-Man. And a lot of people keep saying, I thought you said it would have been Shea. Shea is very young. He's at that level, but I think he needs to improve in a lot of ways. But at the end of the day, Ant-Man has been in the league for a good while, and I like what he does, and I think Ant-Man deserves to be the face of the league when these old heads leave. But But yeah, that's how it has to be. I think Ant-Man should be the face of the league. I'm tired of people saying that John Morant or Ant-Man doesn't deserve it. Anybody deserves it. No matter if you don't like the starter, you don't like the player, you don't like the team. No matter who you like or who you rep for, you're gonna have to face the fact. They're the face of the league once these old players retire. Simple as that. Don't know how to explain it simple than that. Anyways, everybody's into this game. John Morant is in even when he did that celebration that he should not be doing. The Miami Heat, what happened yesterday, they are coming off a back-to-back. It's not going to be a fun game. It's not going to be a great game. The Grizzlies need this win. They want this win. They need this win for the seeding in the Western Conference. Because if the Grizzlies lose this game, they drop down. The Flippers take the Grizzlies spot. And that means if the Flippers win the next game, they take the 4th seed in the Western Conference. I want to point that out to everybody. And I know what people are going to say. Why aren't you talking about the Flippers game? To be honest with you, nobody needs to be talking about the Flippers game. Just because you see them winning games doesn't mean they're going to go all the way and win the finals. They're playing against terrible teams at the end of the season. That is the real truth. Adam Silver wants to give him an easy team. Why don't you give him somebody like Giannis and the Bucks, or Jalen Brunson or the Knicks, or Luka Doncic and the Lakers? Why are you giving him teams with no Zion Williamson and the Pelicans? Their next opponent is with Anthony Davis and the Mavs. I don't know how I feel about that game. I really don't. And speaking of Anthony Davis, you are really a breaking machine. You are really a breaking machine. You got hit in the face by your teammate, Gafford. Pardon me, elbowed in the eye by Gafford. And your face started bleeding. Everybody's been telling you to wear goggles. Guess what? You ignore them and you keep playing. And you got elbowed in the eye. If you want to know where in the eye, by the eyebrow. Bro, you definitely got to put glasses on you, bro. Put something to not hit your eye. Because the Dallas Mavericks cannot afford to lose any more games. They cannot afford missing you on the court. Because they're trying to play for their playoff life. They're trying to play for their play-in tournament. Because if they lose, the Phoenix Suns come in and take it. And we all know Kevin Durant just got injured. And we'll see how Kevin Durant and the Phoenix Suns are. There's a lot of speculations of him leaving Phoenix Suns, and I'll be talking about it. I'll be talking about it when in the offseason. I'll be breaking it down. A lot of people get asking me, they're like, "What team do you think it will go to?" Well, you'll find out in the offseason. I know what teams he's going to, but I'm not going to get into it now. Anyways, go ahead and give me John Morant and the Grizzlies to win this one. Everybody's in. Everybody is probable from the Miami Heat side all the way to the Grizzly side. So yeah. I got this game here. This is the best game of the day. This is literally the best game of the day. You have none other than Steph Chef, Himmy Buckets versus Luka Doncic and the Lakers. Let me point this out to everybody for this game. If the Lakers win this game, the Lakers get closer to that 2 seed. Because of what happened to the Nuggets game, the Lakers get into that 2 slot in the Western Conference. Now, do I think the Lakers are going to win this game today? I don't want to say yes. I don't want to say no. But I just want to point something out to everybody. Jimmy Butler is with the Golden State Warriors. Jimmy Butler is going to be going off in this game. This is not the same Warriors that we saw a few weeks ago, on Christmas Day, that they got embarrassed by the Lakers in the 4th quarter. No. This is a whole new Warriors team. I do think that the Warriors will go out here and beat the Lakers, so the Lakers cannot get to that 2 seed in the Western Conference. if the Lakers do lose this game, they leave that slot and they bump down. So they're really close to that 4th to 8th slot. So if Lakers lose any of these games, it's not looking good for them. Anybody between the 2 to the 5, any of those teams in the Western Conference lose a game, they drop down to 8. That's how critical it is for these Western Conference teams. The Eastern Conference too, but not as much as the Western Conference. So I just want to point that out. And if the Warriors win this game, they will not be helping just themselves. They will be helping out the Los Angeles Clippers also. Now, you could say, do you want the Warriors to win? Do you need the Warriors to win? To be honest with you, I don't care what happens. Because at the end of the day, the Clippers are going to lose in the playoffs. I'm not worried about the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is going to be injury prone in the playoffs. I ain't worried about that. But none other than that, go ahead and give me Steph Chef, Timmy Buckets, and the Golden State Warriors to win this game, to defeat the Los Angeles Lakers in Los Angeles on national TV tonight. So yeah, everybody's into this game. The Crybaby's questionable, but most likely he's in. So yeah, I just want to point one thing out. I can't wait for the playoffs. I really can't. Jimmy Butler, I'm going to need you to go off and at least go off for 30 points, bro, because since you put in a Warriors uniform, bro, the only player that I gave a shout out to was Nikola Jokic, Giannis, Shea, Luka. I need to give you one. I need you to be in the talks. But yeah, guys, that is my NBA prediction for today. You guys go ahead and tell me in the comments, who do you guys think will win today? Do you think the Lakers will lose or anybody else? So yeah, other than that, guys, thank you for watching. Disappointing what the NBA is doing to Buddy Hield and John Morant. Gave him a fine. So yeah, I just want to point that out to everybody. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Please like, follow. Anyways, guys, I'm out.